Okay, so right before, hello everybody. My name is Linda Murray Bullard, and right before it came, everything froze, and I was like, "Oh no, no, no! Please don't do that." Hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the Business Plug. You just tuned in to the Business Plugs Mixer. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead and like the buttons, the notification button, so you'll know every time we're on. But we're here to have business conversations with business people for business people. And today is no different from any other show. I have a guest today. So I was looking at the thing and it said, the power of play, and I didn't have Tonya, my guest's name out there. I was like, oh no, I have to fix that before I put it anywhere else. But come on in, come on in, come on in. Go ahead and like and share. Tell your family, tell your friends we're on, and we're going to talk about the power of play. It is a great topic. You are going to be amazed. I was simply amazed this week when I ran into Tonya. We had a conversation. I was like, oh, great. I didn't have a show guest for today. And so I'm able to bring her on, and you're going to be intrigued. She has a great business. She's doing marvelous things out in Denver, Colorado. So, James, if you're watching, I am giving her your contact so you all can hook up and talk about some things. But I want you to lean in and learn about her startup journey and what her business does, and then who should be calling her, because some of you guys are going to need the services that she provides. And so they call me the business plug. You know, I'm plugging you in. That's what we're going to do. Before I do that, though, I want to tell you that thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all who got their tickets this week, who sold out my brunch, the women's brunch. My church is having a women's brunch. It's free to the public, and it is Women United in Love. It's happening next Saturday from 11 to 2 o'clock, and all the tickets, 100% of the tickets are gone. So thank you, thank you, thank you for getting your ticket. We can't wait to meet you. We have gifts and games and fun. And our guest is going to be Sylvia Green. If you know Sylvia is a master storyteller. She's going to be our guest speaker, and we're going to just have fun. So thank you, thank you, thank you for getting all those tickets out there for you and your girls. Thank you for one. I can't wait to see you next Saturday. Another thing I'm doing, if you are a business and you want to know how to do government contracting, well, there's some pre-work you need to do in order to go after government contracting. That's the part people don't tell you about. They're like, get this contract, get this government contract, get this. Well, they don't tell you that there's some pre-work that you need to do before you go after government contracting. So on the 27th, the 22nd, on the 22nd, which is a Saturday, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to teach you step by step by step how to go into government contracting for your business. Here's the thing, prerequisite, you need to be at least 2 years old. If you're 2 years old, then I can show you how to get ready to go after government contracts. And I even have some people to pass you off to who can actually help you get the contracts, right? There are plenty of reputable businesses out here teaching people how to get plugged in with government contracting, but I want to help you get the pre-work done. So when you get to them, it'll be an easy pull. It won't be like, oh, what are they talking about? I have no idea. We're going to start from the beginning, and we're going to do all three levels. We're going to talk about local, state, and federal contracts. How do you get ready for those, and what does that look like? That's what we're going to do on the 22nd. I'm charging you $99 to give you access to thousands. So it's on Eventbrite, and if you're watching this, you'll see it within the discussion, the comments of this video. So that's all my stuff I need to do. My housekeeping I have to do to keep my team straight so they don't like, Linda, you need to. So I've done all my things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting ready to introduce you to the powerhouse of play. Like, you're going to enjoy this conversation so much. I did, and I know you will too. Please welcome to my stage, Tonya Milligan. Hey, Tonya.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good today. So, Tonya, tell my guests, who is Tonya Milligan?
It's
Milligan. I
Yeah,
keep saying it wrong. I'm sorry.
no worries. I am a play enthusiast. I started Rent a Theme, so I'm a owner of a small business. I'm a mom, a grandmother, and I'm a person that is passionate about the power of play.
passionate about the power of play. And that's an acronym.
It is. So play is practicing living authentically you. So
Mm.
P.L.A.Y. And just allowing you to be who you really are. And play does that for us. So yeah.
Yeah. So how did you come to be the powerhouse of play?
Started back in 2009. I was a mother, had a son that, and we lived in the inner city area, and I was outside gardening, outside our house, and I'm gardening, and there was a kid that came walking by, and he was shouting and pounding his chest, saying, "Shoot me, MF, shoot me!" And a car came swerving by, slowed down enough, and a hell of bullets just went toward his direction.
Oh my gracious.
This was my first thought of, I need to do something.
Mm.
I need to do something. I don't know if he survived. I was too busy rushing my 7-year-old child who was outside with me at the time, rushed him in the house. We lived in the inner city. We used play as a way to inspire and to just live in chaos for that bit. So I worked in the schools, learned a lot about play and how it helps children learn. Um, and then I had an epiphany of using it play for other children, not just my own. And the reason why is I was reading a book. I was not a big proponent of play. I thought play is the opposite of work. So I did not want to start a job or a business on based on play. But when I was reading this book by Dr. Stuart Brown, which I had the pleasure of meeting later in my business, but it was talking about how play um, has so much power. So it was a book about play and the science of play.
Mm.
And I was determining whether or not to start a business at this time. And so I was reading this book, and at the same time, thinking, I don't want to have a business about play. I think people should work. Work is important. And he was letting me know. So I even Googled it. And I think I mentioned that to you. I Googled it back in 2009. What does God think about play? And it was blank.
Mm.
And then I was like, really, in kind of a turmoil, trying to figure out what to do and if I should do this. And that book was kind of like the epiphany of, this is what I should do. It said, at first, God said to me, I'm looking for the wrong word. I'm looking for practice. And that's what play is. It is practice. And God is in his wonder, gives us play as a tool to practice the skills we need in life.
Mm.
So then I started seeing it, and it was really clear, and I was so excited about it. And I give the example quite often of when you have a baby that's like 6 months old, and you hold them up over your lap, and they're kind of bouncing on your lap with their legs. They're strengthening their muscles in their legs so that they can walk. So they're
Mm.
practicing, even though they think that's the funnest game ever. And you can barely hold them that way without them jumping because they want to jump. And
Yeah.
again, that's strengthening those legs. And you just see it over and over. You see it in animals, like a puppy that bounces around and prounces and pounces because he's practicing those skills for hunting. So that's the gift of play. And then, like I said, when I started using it and understanding it as a tool, it's just been amazing. I use it for my own 2 children. I have Kenneth and Nicole. My son is an orthopedic surgeon. My daughter is an engineer. Kenneth went to Yale. Nicole went to Cornell.
Go
And
Cornell.
did you go to Cornell?
I did. I did attend
Oh my
Cornell.
God! Great. Okay, so anyway, I didn't know that. so So I've just seen the power of play. Started using it in the schools and seeing it just help ignite a new passion for learning with children. But then while I was doing that, we did we had an event that was so fun that Weston Hotel wanted us to come in and do their family night. So we brought in play and we set up play. And when I say play, that's like life size Operation Battleship. life-size chess. We set up all these games, and I went back early that day, and I saw, before we picked up at the West End, I saw grandparents playing with their grandkids and
Mm,
teaching them how to play. And I saw all the different generations playing together. And so every single play experience that we have is multi-generational, making sure that if my mom can't do it, we don't have it. So sometimes
mm,
people ask me, do you have bounce councils? Or not saying that they're not fun and not saying there's anything wrong with them, but we don't have them because if it's not something that my mom can do, we don't have it. So every single age, so starting from 5 to 105, all of our play events are engaging and interactive, inclusive for every age and every ability. So
so you go to where people are and you set up these play situations.
I do. So we've taken them to places like Children's Hospital, to corporate events. We've worked with Comcast, country clubs, senior communities, colleges, preschools, every place you can think of. We set up play events for every age, and we really um, take time to understand what it is that they want to accomplish. So when I say play, we use it as a tool. That's exactly what I mean. It's strategic. So we even do weddings. There's somebody said, why weddings? And I'm like, because you're bringing a whole lot of people together and you've got a whole lot of different, sometimes cultures and different things. Play is more inclusive than music.
Mm.
Music in some cases can be kind of divisive,
Yeah,
but
because people have their own genres that they love. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
because
right.
sometimes they might not like, rap or
Everybody may not like country. Everybody may not like rap.
yes, exactly. So, but people can play together. So sometimes we'll go into a wedding reception and we set up a miniature golf course, and everybody can play with miniature golf. Um, we go into a corporate event and we do these team building activities where people are not only just playing and talking, but they're really connecting at a deeper level because that's what play does. I love the quote by Plato that says you can learn more about a person in an hour of play than you can in a year of conversation. It's so
Mm,
true. When you're playing, you get to see who people really are. Do
I
they
know.
cheat? Do they do they are they do they share? How willing are they to help others? You get to see all those things in how we play.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah, because people can be so competitive that they forget teamwork, right?
right, right,
Win, win, win. It's all about the win instead
right.
of like, oh no, I need to help this person come aboard. Yeah, I can see that. That is a great teamwork exercise. I think about in especially in small business, it's just trying to get people to work together, coming from different backgrounds, different experiences, and getting them all together. So I see opportunities for you at a corporate level, and like you said, you've been to some schools and you've done corporate, you've done schools, and then you've done these other events as well.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
we've done fairs, we've done
Mm.
restaurants, breweries. We actually have worked sometimes in breweries where we bring in games that the participants and the guests stay a little longer and drink a little longer.
I can imagine.
We've set up hotels, and then we also um, lately are doing a lot more meetings and convention um, um, spaces. So within hotels and lots of different kind of avenues or venues that we've been in lately. So yeah,
Absolutely. So this is an opportunity for people who would like to have gatherings because I can see family reunions. I can see any place that you're having corporate offices, department offices, like people are still hosting events. And so this would be a different type of experience. And you're coming to where they are. So you're not interrupting the workday per se because the whole company could have you on site and everybody at the company could go at once during different periods, of course, but everybody could enjoy the experience of it.
yes, and the variety. I hear
Mm,
quite often that people say, well, we did our group night or our company event, and we went to a comedy night. And some people are like, well, I don't drink, or I didn't like the comedy. And there's a lot of different things that can go on. I did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Once I got home, I didn't want to leave. When we bring the fun to you with a lot of different options to play. So if you're not real physical, we have some that are less active, but all of them are very much connecting and being able to, to share and really connect on a one-to-one.
And you're in the Denver, Colorado area, right? For
Yes,
those people in and around Denver.
yes.
I
And
love
I would
that.
love, yeah, and in a few of our theme kits, we have Colorado's only life-size Lego experience, where we bring in over 1,000 life-size Legos, roll them in, and kids of all ages can build castles, forts, all kinds of amazing things. It's and it's just as fun to watch. I mean, some of the incredible things that people build. So it's about creativity, problem solving, and I don't know, my kids, both of them, and even my grandkids still play with Legos. So having life-size Legos, they get to practice those engineering principles. We even bring in blueprints where they can actually follow the blueprints and create some things. But I usually say, if it's their first time, nobody wants our blueprints. Everybody's going off their own imagination, and just, it's incredible. I
I
mean,
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so I did put your website in the discussion, but how can they contact you if they were interested in having a conversation about the services you render?
um, they could definitely go to the website. They can also call the number. We're here Monday through Friday. Our number here is 303-339-0001. So,
And
and then again, just go into our website, rentathemeco.com.
303-339. Well, my keyboard's not keying, sorry. 303 339.
30001.
Got it. Got it. That's an easy number to remember. So I've put that in the chat. So
Okay.
wherever you are, you can actually give her a call to make an arrangement to discuss what she does and how she does it and how she can up level your next event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so the so who should really, so let's talk about your target audience. Like, we want to be more granular than just like, if you're a corporate, if you're whatever, who should really be ringing your phone or going to your website to book you?
Um, when we're talking about corporate, some of the things you might want to consider me for is if you've got something new going on. So you've got want to do a kickoff project, and you want to just get ready to really create a strong team. That would be a great time to invite us in.
Mm,
If you want to say thank you, you guys just finished a big event, and you just want to kind of say thank you to your team. So I think before and after, for sure. I think also we worked with the rescue team and emergency team with Colorado here, one of the cities here.
hmm
They were getting ready to do a new campaign, and there was a lot of changes going on. So they had lost some people, and just really wanted to create a more in sync team.
hmm
And so if you've got changes going on in your department, and you're a leader of that group, and you really are trying to bring them together and strengthen your team, that's a good time to call us. We'd love to come in and just work with those people, and with those leaders, and just really help inspire a stronger team.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. Because I can imagine right now, the country as a whole is going through changes, right? And
Right.
so a way of building teams and to lower some of the anxieties
Yes.
would be to have a play day
Yes.
where
Exactly.
people can play and kind of forget about all the heaviness of that's going on in the world today and concentrate on getting resetting, right?
Right, right.
and exercise. Because
Yeah,
this
and
is
moving a
especially,
little. And we know that when we move our bodies, it helps our brains,
yeah.
the oxygen level to our brains. So that's why all of our theme kits are designed to help you move. Another point that you were saying about just the unease that's going on right now, play is good for, resetting us and just calming us. So there's a lot of benefits to play that are, almost too numerous to count. But definitely, while the economy and the unease and concern about different things, I think it's really important that we remember to play. It helps us so in so many ways. So yes.
I love it. I love it. And just I just imagine grown-ups just having the ball of their lives.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love this idea. And I love the things that you're doing in Denver, the people that you're showing us how to go back to play and to reset ourselves, even as adults. Like, I love that. What if you were to have 1 to 3 things you want the viewers to take away from this interview, what would they be?
First, just going right back to when we first started, that acronym of play. Practice living authentically you. I think in life that's so important. I think we're always trying to please other people. We're always doing so many other things that have got our attention and distract us. And play is not as hard as we think. And sometimes we think play is just for kids, and that is so wrong. So I think one of the biggest things I would say is go back to that acronym. Make sure you make time to play. I don't care if it's with a group or if it's single. If you're just outside playing in the dirt by planting, or whatever it is that you find joy in. I think you have to take moments to play. I in a quick thing, and I'm not sure how much time we have, but
No, you're fine. You're fine.
so I was um, thinking about play and thinking, nobody's going to want to do it during this season because of the uneasy and the unrest. And it was really hard for me to motivate myself one morning. And I'm a big believer in the Lord, and He always is talking to me. So I was thinking about all the studying that I had done about the benefits of play. And there's a story, the Lydians, and there was a king that they were going through a drought and a famine. And so his kingdom was about to perish. And this king came up with the idea of using play. And that's where we get our dice and
Mm-hmm.
our dominoes from. He came
Mm-hmm.
up with this thing that they would eat one day, they would play one day, and they would work one day. And so the value of play is just as important as eating, shelter, and rest. And when you put them all together, I said, God just kind of put that in front of me that for us to truly thrive, yes, we need food. Yes, we need shelter, and we need rest, but we also need to play, and that's how we thrive.
Mm.
Those are just as important. And so, I love the book. So if your readers or your listeners out there, the book called Play by Dr. Stuart Brown, it explains the science behind play and the benefits to us. So that's another thing that
I love that. I absolutely love that. And so those things that you have left the people that are watching this, because more of them are watching in the replay than actually live. But if you have any questions or you want to contact her directly, her information is in the description of this video. So please reach out to her, ask her whatever questions you have, book her to come and have an experience on your workplace, in your schools. Like, what age group do you usually deal with in the schools?
we again, because our range is so wide, we 5 to 105, we go to elementary schools, and we have Colorado's only life-size STEM theme kits. So
Mm.
STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, we bring in again those Legos. We have another one called Blue Adventures where you get to practice again engineering principles. And then we have another play experience called Science FX, where there's over 1,000 gears that kids can put on these magnetic walls, and marble runs. So just just really creative ways for people to engage in hands-on learning.
Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah.
so,
I watched the blue one.
okay,
Watched the video of it going down with and the child sliding with it.
yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
yes, and they created that. So one moment it could be that, the next moment it could be a car or a rocket. So it just changes as quickly as their
Wow.
imaginations can change. So that's the cool thing about it. It's not the same experience ever. So that's really cool. And then with high school, we have they'll do our Legos as well. But then um, with high school, we'll bring in miniature golf
Mm,
for after prom, and set it up with trees and lights. And we even have a waterfall. So it kind of cool, a little water fountain that is in the miniature golf. So lots of engaging ways as they 9-hole course of miniature golf with 9 to 8 foot trees. So it really transforms your space. So we can go
mm.
in and turn a gym into a wonderland, whatever kind it is that. So it's
That is so awesome. That I have never heard of this, and then of course I'm intrigued, and I'm sure my listeners are going to be just as intrigued. But that you're giving these experiences, and they don't have to leave their site. You will bring it to them for them to and set up on their premises so that their people can enjoy right there where they're used to being, and they don't have to worry about parking or anything because where they park every day is fine.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
And
that is super super cool.
yeah, and the senior communities. So if you're a director or living enrichment director at a senior community, instead of loading your residents onto a bus and taking them out for the day, we can bring in some fun for them to play right there at their site. So again, a lot of our experiences are multi-generational, but not only
Mm.
multi-generational, they are gender neutral, meaning, quite often I'll hear some of our lifestyle directors say their gentlemen don't want to go on the field trips because, or they don't want to do the craft, or they
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
do. But when we bring in that miniature golf, or we bring in some of our activities, they're more likely to engage, and we have all ages actually playing. So that's the cool thing.
I love that. I
Life
love that
cycle
so much.
chess, where they're up again, not only just sitting in front of a board, a little table and playing chess. You have again them up, they're moving, they're stretching and moving these pieces because they're negotiating a 10 by 10 foot chessboard.
Mm,
So
wow.
they're moving, yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Well, as I close this, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And I just plugged you in to rent a theme in Denver, Colorado. You have her access in this video wherever you are watching and listening to it. And so please connect with her to up level your next event. I'll see you next Saturday. We're here Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Business Plugs Mixer. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next week here on the Business Plugs Mixer. Have a great week, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.